Being in any kind of relationship with a narcissistic individual, whether it's family, whether it's a personal relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's professional, narcissistic abuse has long-lasting impacts on their victims' mental health, with anxiety being one of the most crippling and common side effects. When living under constant manipulation, criticism, emotional invalidation, it's no surprise that victims of narcissistic and emotional abuse struggle with heightened anxiety. Narcissistic individuals play many different games which trigger anxiety in those around them. Narcissists often lead victims to live in a constant state of fear, and that fear can be fear of rejection. Narcissists thrive on control, and they often go all out to create an environment where victims are constantly walking on eggshells. This often leads to an intense fear of making a mistake, as any small error can trigger the narcissist's wrath, increasing those feelings of anxiety. Victims end up living in a state of hypervigilance due to the unpredictability of a narcissistic individual's behaviour. You often develop that heightened state of alertness. The constant scanning for emotional or physical threats takes a toll on your mental well-being, creating a chronic state of anxiety. Narcissists use a lot of gaslighting. And when they're gaslighting, they're manipulating your reality, leaving you doubting your own perceptions and your own memories. This confusion leads to a sense of paranoia, increasing anxiety as you begin to question your own sanity, begin to believe that you're the one who is going crazy. There's also the emotional exhaustion. Dealing with a narcissist requires an immense amount of emotional energy. The roller coaster of idealization and devaluation, combined with constant emotional manipulation, can leave you feeling drained, further escalating anxiety. Narcissists often go all out to isolate their victims. Narcissists often isolate their victims from friends and family, making them feel alone and unsupported. This lack of social support leaves you vulnerable, and isolation feeds into anxiety as you feel like you've got no one else to turn to. There's also the low self-worth. Over time, the narcissist blame shifting and criticisms erode your sense of self, your identity. This ongoing assault on your confidence can cause you to feel worthless and trigger further anxiety, leaving you anxious, worried that you're incapable of doing the right thing, of making the right decision, leaving you with great difficulty in trusting yourself and others. As a result of the narcissist's chronic manipulation, you begin to doubt not only your own judgments, but also the intentions of those around you. This lack of trust feeds anxiety and keeps you in a constant state of vigilance. The best way to recover from this is set boundaries. Establish healthy, emotional, physical and psychological boundaries around a narcissist. If at all possible, go no contact. And then it's practicing those grounding techniques using mindfulness, deep breathing and journaling to calm your nervous system. Seeking support through either support groups or therapy to help process the trauma. Practice self-care, prioritise rest, healthy habits, and engage in activities that bring you joy. In the journey of healing, it's remembering that recovery is possible, recognising the impact of narcissistic abuse and taking the right steps for you as an individual towards healing can help you regain your mental peace and your well-being.